All right, hello once again. This is Jeff Scott of Rankin Technical College, and I've been talking databases, and in particular, I've gotten to the point where I'm going through this article on importing Excel data into MySQL using PHPMyAdmin. In this article that's at devalign.com, they go through an 11-step process to set up your database and your data and then be able to export it in from Excel accordingly. In the last video, I went through the first four of these particular steps. So now I'm up to step 5. Once you have accessed PHPMyAdmin, and I went into XAMPP or XAMPP, opened up Apache and MySQL, and clicked the admin button under MySQL. And when I did that, I started up, all right, I started this up. So what I want to do is I want to come in here and create a new database. It's going to be for the Acme Widget Company, but I want to create a new database, and I want to call this new one New Acme. All right, kind of a dumb name, but let's work with it. And there it is, right there, New Acme. Okay? So I've now created my new database. So I want to come in here, and I want to be able to come in, just to show it to you in the Excel format, I want to be able to come in here now, and I want to create 3 tables. The employees table, which has all of this stuff. The departments table, which has this stuff, and the city-state zip table, which has this stuff. All right? Now that I look at it, with city-state zip, I've kind of made a mistake here, so I think I'm going to try to rectify it right now. That is, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to add 2 new columns. And I'm going to call this city-state zip CSZID. CSZID, City State Zip ID. And I'm going to make these 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right. First thing I want to do is play a little bit with my formatting. All right, so that's correct. Now, save. I want to again do a file, save as, and I want to go into my CSV files. And what I want to do is I want to again save as a comma-separated variable file, and I want to put it into city-state zip. I want to overwrite what's there. So yes, I want to replace it. Yes, I want just this one. And yes, I want, I realize that I might not keep all the formats. All right. So why am I doing that? Just so you know that I wanted to make sure that once I got in here, my city-state zip had the IDs. All right, for some reason I'm still getting all that data, and I don't want that, so there. File cannot be saved, and it may be protected. You want to launch Notepad++ in admin mode? Sure. All right, so that one should be okay. That one should be okay. Oops. So let's see. That one is the employees. Yeah, I want to replace that. Please check if it's open in another program. Well, let's just work with it and see what we've got here. So I want to close and close. Please check if it's open in another program. Okay, which I guess means probably that it's open in Excel, so let's close that window. Try to close that, and I'm going to try to work with this now. Okay, so following our steps, I've come in here, and in step 5, I've created a new database. I called it New Acme. Okay, so we're up to step 6. Now we need to create the tables for our database. Under the Create New Table on Database, all right, what we want to do here is we want to enter the name of our new table and the number of fields, etc. And as it says, everything should coincide with what we're working with. All right, let's kind of take it the easy way, for lack of better words. And what I mean by that is, let's start by doing this. So I'm going to get back into here. And the first table I'm going to create, we'll first create the departments table. DEPARTMENTS. And the departments table will have 2 columns in it. It'll have the department name, the department number, and the department name. And the department number will serve as our primary key. Okay? So 2 fields, go. And the first field will be the department number. It'll be an int. Under the attributes, we don't want to check the attributes. Under the index, we want it to be primary, and we want it to be, I can give the index a name if I want. I'm just going to leave it the way it is, so I'm going to click go. And I want it to be an auto increment field. In fact, we don't even need to make it an auto increment field, but we could. All right, so we'll leave it in there. And we'll have the department name. All right. And I think when we did this, I just left them all in lowercase. So department number, department name. This will be a varchar of size 25, and we're not going to allow nulls in it. So we've got department number and we've got department name. I'm going to click just about ready here. Now I can click the preview SQL that's here because it's showing me exactly what I'd be doing. So I want to do that. And I'm going to close, but I want to just show you here just exactly what we're creating. Okay, so I'm going to do this for all 3. So I'm creating this this table, and notice it prefaces it with the database name dot the table name. All right, so it's not a big table. We have department number, which is an integer. All right, so let's blow this up. We've got create table. The table will be in the new Acme database, and the table will be called departments. The separator is the period. Everything is inside of parentheses. We don't need these backticks that are right here that are also called grave accents, but the system put them in for us. All right, so we've got 2 fields, department number and department name. The department number is an integer field which cannot be null, and it will auto increment. It's also our primary key. The department name is a varchar, meaning it's a variable length field which cannot be null. Also, the engine we're using is the default engine, which is InnoDB. We want that because if we want to come in and do any work with foreign keys, we need to have our engine set to InnoDB. So that is what we wanted right there. All right, so that'll be the first one. Now, for some reason, when I do this, and it may just be me, I'm not sure what the reason is, but I lose my go button because there should be a button on here that says go that I can click to actually make this stuff happen. And of course, as of right now, I don't see it. There's a go button there, but that's for adding another column, and I don't want to add another column. So let's see, if I click browse, I don't want to leave the page, but there has to be a way to save right here, and I'm not sure when I don't have my go button just exactly how I'm supposed to save. Open a new window. I can click that go button, but like I said, all that does is it allows me to create a new column, which I don't want to do. Well, there's no sense in me wasting your time for anybody watching this, so I'm going to, right now, I'm going to pause and see if I can fix the problem. All right, what I had to do was click the Save button that was down there. So I've done that now, so I now have my table in here. Okay? Department number and department name. All right. So let's create our next table. Okay, so I'm in New Acme. I'm going to click the New button. All right, I've got to give the next table a name. So the next name will be City, State, Zip. And our City, State, Zip will have, I think it's 4 fields, but let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4 fields. The city, state, zip ID, the city, the state, and the zip. Set a zip code. We'll just for right now call this zip. That's fine. Don't worry. Everything will hopefully will work out fine. All right. So we'll put in city, state, zip, and we're going to have 4 columns. We'll tell it to go. First one will be CSZ for city, state, zip ID. It'll be an integer field. It will be, I don't know why I keep checking that one. It will be, the index will be primary, and it'll be an auto increment field. All right. Our next column will be the city. The city will be a varchar. And it will be of size 25. I just arbitrarily came up with that value. The next one will be the state. That will be a char, or a fixed character field, of size 2, because I'm using the state abbreviation. And the last one will be zip, which will again be a varchar of size 10. All right, so I put all that in there. Now I should have the save button down here. Click save. Now I should have my second table right here. All right, and finally let's create the last table. So I'm again going to click new. This will be our employees table. That employees table will have in it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fields. It originally had 11. All right, but we're cutting it down to 8. So we're saying in here that it will have 8 fields. And let's double check. First one is ID, so that's good. So the first will be ID or employee ID. It really doesn't matter. We'll just leave it as ID. In fact, let's make it employee ID. That'll again be an integer. Again, it will be for index. We will set it to primary, which we just click go, and AI, auto increment. So we've got the employee ID. The next will be the SSN, the social security number, which will be a char. It will be fixed length, and we'll expect the dashes in there. So a char of size 11. The next one will be first name, which will be a varchar. And that will be of size 20. The next field that's in here, and I don't know, oh, I didn't say go here. Well, that's going to be interesting to see what happens. All right, good, it kept it. All right, good, so we've got those. So the next one will be our middle initial. This one's a little different. It's a char of size 1, and this one will allow null. So we want to go to where the null box is here. We want to tick it. All right, then we've got last name, which will again be a varchar, and again will be of size 20. All right. So now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of our fields in here. And so what's left? Well, we need the zip. We still need the address. right? And that address, we're going to make a varchar of size 40. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of our fields. So the last two will be the zip, which is an int. I'm sorry, it's a varchar of size 10. And then finally, we're going to have in here our department number. And that will be an int of size, excuse me, that will be an int of size 11. All right, I'm going to tell it to save. And now I should have all three of my tables. Okay, let's check my time. I'm at 16 minutes, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop here, and I have now created the tables. All right, so I've done all that. It says, next you need to manually type in the field names for the table. I did that. The field name should correspond with the column header name in your worksheet. You also have to insert the max length for the corresponding fields. Hopefully all that's been done. All right, so that brings me up to step 8, where I'm ready to go and import my CSV files. Now, again, I have no idea if this is going to work or not work, so I'm going to try it. And if it does not work, I'm going to attempt to fix it and then try it again. So I'm up to step 8 of 11. And step 11 just says if you want to import multiple Excel worksheets, which I'll want to do because I have 3 of them, all right, simply repeat steps 6 through 10 of the tutorial. So what I have left then are steps 8, 9, and 10. All right, and again, I will come back in the next lecture and attempt to continue on with this.